Damn it. I lost like 5 pixels off my shoulder. Couldn't live without it. Wait, do I have the flex? I do. Okay, very good. Why do they all have one leg? What happened to these guys? Oh my god, come on. And I died.
Hey, sorry about the wait, man.
You're good.
So, I had to help my mom clean out my room, and thank God, because I really felt like it was such a fucking shitty, situation that I was living in right now. And I also just took a shower.
Your room was slobby.
Oh my god. I think your sister's bad. My room was so bad.
No, my sister's worse than you. You don't begin to compete with my sister, dude. Let's not exaggerate here.
Also, Grant started talking to your sister, apparently. I'm assuming that she can have him. Did you know that? Jack. Jack?
1 second.
What are you doing?
Also, I'm streaming. Like, no one's watching, but I am streaming, so.
Yeah, I see it now. You like Phil Collins?
Yes, I do. Oh, you were looking at my tracks?
No, I started listening to a bit of Phil Collins. He's fucking great. I always knew
the Phil Collins I like is the Tarzan soundtrack.
Oh, okay. I like his 80s stuff when he got a Genesis, but I always knew In the Air Tonight. Everybody knows that song. Everybody knows the drum solo.
Oh my god, these guys are fucking crazy. These guys are crazy.
Yeah. Tarzan was such a good movie.
It's good, yeah. Disney don't make them like that anymore.
No, they really don't. And that's not my nostalgia talking. They don't fucking care. Why does it sound like Bootleg Jock?
What does?
The robot. I just realized what it was. I was like, that's gotta be from some JonTron video. We were talking about Disney.
Oh,
I realized
yeah, it's
Bootleg Jock.
It's kind of like a robot voice, I guess, yeah.
I'm glad
Are
that
you
you
kidding
remember
me?
that. Shit.
An arrow took out both my fucking legs?
I was not. You took an arrow to the knee.
Both knees.
I know it's not 2012, but just let me have it.
Fuck, dude. Hard is so hard. I need the kick, but I keep spending money on
Alright,
knives.
hang on a second. I'll be right back.
Oh my god, I hate the fucking dinosaur. This is not my first choice of music for a fucking life or death fight with a bunch of robots. There we go. I do like the song though. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy a life this time. I'm gonna buy something I need. I'm gonna buy the kick. What is? Oh fuck no. Oh yeah, this one will work. This one will work just fine. Got him. Got him. I'm dead. Okay. Bro, they just be swinging. They just swing at random times and I just walk into their swings. What the heck? Bro has like 1 pixel left of his fucking waist. He's still alive. I wish the vertical slice wasn't so useless in this game. else we got in here? Oh yeah. I'm actually gonna pause that and resume when I get to the next challenge.
Bigger with a deadly reach.
Kick. Give me the kick.
Will be the last thing a human sees.
Here it fucking comes. Oh god. Oh fuck, dude. This is.
We watch if we're gonna watch like Death Note, or are we gonna wait till Jared does?
I want to watch it with Jared. That's the whole point.
And I've never seen it, so that would be.
You haven't? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's good news. Yeah.
We also watch Cowboy Bebop as well.
One show at a
if you're not
time.
tired of
Playing
it.
one show at a time.
Yeah, I know. Afterwards, Jesus.
One show at a time.
You don't know my attention span.
No, I do. That's why I only one show at a time. Because you'll watch one episode of 5 shows and finish none of them. Oh my god.
At least I don't lie about saying that I like it anymore.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Back in here because there's room for it.
Okay.
I gotta try and do this without dying or taking damage.
Can't use it. I don't
Piece of
have to
cake.
think of the right button.
You know, I gotta be honest with you, Jack. I did not think we were gonna get through True Detective at all. It's actually a miracle we did. Thanks, Mom. That's my maid.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I only
Kidding.
got one leg.
I'm kidding. Don't beat my ass. You're on no legs.
Oh my god, dude. They just throw fucking attacks out of nowhere.
Wait, so have you beaten this game before?
Never. I don't know if you can beat it. I mean, I guess you can
Oh,
beat
so
the.
it's
I guess
just
you
like-
can. I guess you can beat the story.
So it's like round. Have you beaten the story then?
No, I said no.
Okay. Okay, so this game is basically just a gauntlet. Like,
Yes.
Your experience.
okay, so if there's no story to it, is there like any big boss fights in this game, or is it just like
You're watching me play.
Gladiator?
You're watching me play, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm just asking you if like you get to a certain point where there are big boss fights.
There are very tough enemies, yeah, but it's like God of War. There's not like any cinematic boss fights, but
I mean, Elden Ring doesn't really have those, do they?
cinematic boss fights?
Okay, well, cinematic in terms of God of War, where the way they transfer cinematic
Yeah,
scene
no,
to
Elden Ring
a fight.
doesn't have like modern camera direction and
Yeah.
no, but it has cinematic fights. It's just
Did I tell you that God of War is my new favorite game?
which one?
The first, 2018.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
It like the game was so mind blowing. I love the story. I love the world. I felt like I felt small in comparison to everything, which is just really interesting to me. And one of my favorite parts of the game was seeing like the dead frozen giant, because it was so detailed. It made me feel like Evangelion. Or at least the end of Evangelion.
I didn't know you'd seen Evangelion.
I'm not. I just that shot reminded me of it. I've seen the clip many times. I haven't seen the the show. Isn't it like complicated?
Yeah, Evangelion is complicated. I would definitely describe that as complicated.
If I couldn't understand Oppenheimer, is there a chance I won't be able to understand Evangelion?
I don't think those two should be compared.
Okay.
One's
Well, 'cause you-
a historic biopic and one's a cryptic sci-fi show.
It contains dead robots.
Do you recommend I watch it though?
Depends if you're interested.
I mean, it looks cool. From what I've seen about it, I mean,
Tell me your favorite sci-fi pieces of media. What are they?
my favorite people. All right, that's easy for me. Blade Runner, of course.
Okay, and why is Blade Runner one of your favorites?
The world and how it takes on the interesting idea of being a noir cop movie, and it could have fucking flopped in the
Wow, dude,
80s.
those Hammer guys were
But
just fucking
it
one
was, yeah. But it was just, the world was super interesting. Both that and 2049. Another one is Terminator because it's just insanely fun. I love space movies like Interstellar,
My god, I suck
2001.
at this game.
What else do you, how much longer do you need me to go on? Oh yeah, I also love Ghost in the Shell, Akira.
Okay, why do you love Ghost in the Shell?
I love Ghost in the Shell because it builds up to something super scary. There's something that you wouldn't expect to be scary, like the Puppet Master. And you feel sympathy for the villain because of how they've, what they've done to him, the government. And, Akira for somewhat of the same reasons, especially with Tetsuo. But it's usually just the world. It feels, I don't want to say it feels a bit like our own, but it was just, it's the most, well, how should I say this?
Repair complete.
I guess exaggerated version of what our future could look like,
Okay.
and I thought it was really interesting. So those are some of my favorites.
To me, Evangelion is like a very distant, almost unimaginable future of what human civilization could be like. It's like apocalyptic. It's cryptic. It's very alien in its
Is
design.
it scary? Like,
Not
Thinking
not like
about it.
not like horror. No, it's disturbing though.
hmm. Usually when it comes to sci-fi, I care about the atmosphere.
The atmosphere in Evangelion is fucking amazing, dude. This game is fucked.
They know.
I'm just gonna go play endless mode. The story is so hard. Evangelion.
Topia.
It's I don't want to like give anything specific away, but it is one of the most unique sci-fi universes I've ever seen. It is like through and through its own identity, and I if you ask me what it borrowed from, I couldn't even possibly tell you. It's like
That's
if
actually
it-
something I might like.
if it does borrow from anything, it's something obscure that I've never heard of. But as far as I can tell, it is its own unique.
See, when I heard about it, I thought it was like Gundam for some reason. It's just
No.
like robots, but it's not. Which,
No,
okay.
no. It's not a robot fighter, dude. I suck at this game.
it's more so a fate of humanity.
I think
right?
I think all in all, there's way more human interaction, like there's more focus on human characters and like fucking government conspiracies and like the overall fear of what the world's come to than there is like big robots fighting each other. Also, they're not technically robots; they're living organisms.
Yeah, that's fair.
I couldn't say,
Forgot to
I really
mention
can't sit here and
one-
explain it to you. I've only seen it once, but I can tell you for a fact it is one of the most unique pieces of sci-fi I've ever seen. Up there with like Death
I
Stranding
forgot
and Half-Life.
one sci-fi universe I know has no correlation, but I just like it. I just fucking love it. That would be Alien.
Okay.
It's the world that.
Not much of a world, but
Okay.
I
yeah.
get what you mean.
The
Yeah.
atmosphere is so dark and so mysterious. For its time, it almost feels like something that doesn't even feel real, you know? Something that just impresses the hell out of you.
That's thanks to the amazing art design
Yeah.
from that's inspired by Geiger.
I had no idea.
H.R. Geiger, you've never heard of him?
Oh. No.
He's the artist who Alien was based on.
Oh, okay.
It was okay.
His art style of like grotesque, like bioorganic alien monsters and like
Yeah.
ancient civilizations and shit. Yeah, that's where the aesthetic of Alien came from, and that's why it was so striking, I think.
Yeah.
If it had like a Star
Also,
Wars aesthetic, it wouldn't have been as memorable.
Nice vacation.
I'm sorry to get so nerdy about it, but like the movie starts with like a mysterious thing that we don't understand. We get on a ship and it just feels so cold and isolated.
Another thing I
And
think is so
we
cool
don't
about
understand it.
Alien is how ancient everything feels. Like it's this
Yeah.
it's a futuristic sci-fi, like way in the future. They have all this technology, but
It,
the
it almost
focus-
feels like
can I finish
Pharaoh
talking?
era.
can I finish
Yeah,
talking?
Sorry.
Jeez,
sorry.
man.
Sorry.
And there's so much focus, even though it's like a futuristic universe. There's so much focus on these ancient, like unfathomably old, like archaeological finds and like organisms and shit. It's super
Nice one.
creative,
Yeah,
and it stands out from other sci-fi.
I agree. I'm sorry for interrupting. That
Get
was
with the
You're good.
Robotizer.
I like how it goes from isolated to claustrophobic within like the whole movie. Because once like the alien gets aboard the ship, like it almost feels like you're trapped.
Silver.
I said that already.
I want to say it.
Oh my god, the sound effects, dude.
Then you just got your ass kicked by Grimlock.
Dude, what is the range on that attack?
You don't want to know. Whoa!
Good movement.
We got Maximus the Transformer.
Let us play.
You mean a nice structure
Dinosaur
which
transformers are
already built.
stupid. I don't care what anyone says. They're stupid.
You're gonna piss off a lot of Transformer fans by saying that. I think Transformers, the Japanese version, is cool. And it's also a really cool toy. The show itself is unbelievably cheesy.
Yeah,
You know
the,
that Transformers was supposed to be dark originally, right?
yeah, the war for Cybertron and like a race of people that's basically extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god, the spear sucks. Who made the fucking spear? It's terrible.
In the 80s, it wasn't about the show, it was about merchandise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like He-Man. He-Man was never meant to be a solid show on its own. It was meant to sell toys. Toys which don't exist
Thundercats.
anymore because it was basically a failure.
Thundercats, real Ghostbusters, go ahead, count them down.
This is why my absolute all-time favorite kids franchise is Ninja Turtles, because it was
Yes!
originally not some corporate greed project to sell toys. It was a passion project from two dudes who wanted to tell a goofy story about turtles who were ninjas.
He wanted to tell a story, and it's as simple as that, about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Created.
And yeah,
About 9 months to
I'm glad that I finally found somebody who cares about Ninja Turtles as much as me, maybe even more.
What's your favorite Ninja Turtles media?
My favorite one, it has to be the 2011 cartoon.
On Nickelodeon.
The CGI was terrible, but the show was interesting. Or at least that's what my nostalgia's telling me.
Victory.
I find it interesting you call it CGI instead of animation. Usually CGI is for live action shit.
Okay, I don't know how to
Although
describe
it
it.
technically means the same thing. It's just computer
be fine. There
imagery.
are some
It's
upgrades.
computer generated animation, and I've never been a fan of it. It just doesn't feel, I don't know, like it can stand on its own against
The new Ninja Turtles,
Or-
though, it does. It's the
This
most.
is why.
The new Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
movie is the most well animated Ninja Turtles media. To
Okay.
date. And
There's
I
difference-
hope it. I don't know how well it did, but I hope there's more from that because I fucking
Yes.
love that movie.
There is a difference between cell shaded, which I absolutely love. It reminds me of like comic books, right? And then there's what we got in the 2010s, where like shows weren't really made out of hand drawn animation. Like I think the last thing I remember was Spectacular Spider-Man being like that, and then the Clone Wars happened, which granted was awesome, but still, everything else after that I felt just started to go on a bit of a computer animated direction, and it just didn't feel authentic, you know?
Yeah, early. Oh my god, get up.
I mean, of course, Cartoon Network's an exception because of Adventure Time, a regular show. Those were great. Clarence,
Those weren't 3D animation.
I know, but still.
3D animation in TV shows has always been really rough. It never has the budget of the movies. I'm dead.
Unless if we're talking about Arcane, which honestly is probably the most groundbreaking animation I've seen in pretty much anything.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real.
And that's because it's a limited series. It's not a primetime
Big-
ongoing TV show like Adventure Time or the Ninja Turtles show was.
I am so excited for season 2. You have no idea, bro.
And I'll admit the reason that the TV shows don't do that is because they want to actually release episodes so that they don't lose their fans during the intermission.
Wonderful death
But
robots.
True.
with Arcane, it was so good. They'll wait as long as they have to.
How did SpongeBob work if that was on a weekly basis?
What?
How did SpongeBob work if that was like every other week or every week?
It wasn't 3D animation, so they could animate it much quicker. That's why most cartoons, animated shows that are like they run for a long time, they're 2D, or if they're 3D, they're really basic. They're not incredibly high detailed 3D animation like Arcane is.
I didn't notice this for a while, but if you like stop and pause at SpongeBob and get like some of those perfect frames, you can see like the amount of detail on every single animation. And it's just one page. Keep in mind, and they had to do that to keep it fast paced. I know that's how animation works, but
Well, yeah. SpongeBob is. I'm not saying SpongeBob's not detailed. It's just much more simple visually and easier to animate on a weekly schedule than fucking Arcane. The level of
That's
work,
true.
the level of work that went into Arcane is unprecedented in the animation industry.
and
The only thing it compares to is like Spider-Verse.
yeah, I honestly think in some ways it's better than Spider-Verse, and in some ways Spider-Verse is better than Arcane. It honestly goes hand in hand.
If we're talking about the actual like movement of characters and like the way motion is sold, I think Arcane is better. But if we're talking about visual style, I think Spider-Verse is
Spider-Verse.
better.
But here's another thing. I also just kind of like the stop motion of the Spider-Verse characters. It feels like you're flipping a comic book.
It's not
all
stop
the time.
motion.
I don't know what it is then.
Stop motion would be like physical objects moving.
Okay, well,
Spider-Verse
I
is
like your-
3D computer animation.
yes, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
also the characters move at like a like a certain, I don't know how to describe it.
You mean because the frame rate dips and increases?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a stylistic choice.
I think so too. It's like flipping the pages of a comic book. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I would like to think of it
I don't
as.
think that's what they were going for. I mean, maybe they. I don't think it's meant to be like a flip book, but it is more reminiscent of a comic, I guess.
They've everything is in those movies are reminiscent of comic books.
I think
Like-
they're probably trying to bridge the gap between smooth 3D animation and the cells of a comic,
Your safety is
or the panels of a comic. I mean,
with your armor now.
Yes, very safe.
Clone created.
I'm sorry this is so random, but I thought about this in the shower and I wanted to tell you like days ago. Do you know who's on Epstein's Island?
no, I don't really care.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
It's disappointing to me. I knew he was a bad guy, but I didn't
I
think
mean, he only dates like 20-year-olds. It's not really surprising.
I thought they were all at least 20.
A
Nah.
50-year-old man who only dates 24-year-olds.
That's it's a bit
that
sus.
should
but
already be a red flag.
I didn't think he was a pedophile either.
I mean, he may or may not be a pedophile, but either way, he's a man who views women as more valuable the younger they are.
Yeah, he's definitely not. He's definitely a womanizer. I'll give you that.
Well, yeah. Oh my god, dude. This ain't my game.
Clone
This
activated.
ain't my fucking game.
Honestly, the names on the list, they all add up, considering what the considering what the people have been rumored to be.
Especially Stephen Hawking.
Alright, hang on a second. I'm gonna turn off my camera if that's cool. Don't turn off your camera.
Why are you turning off your camera?
Victory.
Because my phone will bzz.